Alright, lady. It's an involved process. Is she alive? Nope.
It didn't work. The hiss has burrowed too deep. Ripping it out rips them apart.
Okay, so you just killed a lady. Alright, good to know.
Jesse, over here. We need to make a plan, Jesse.
One of the things I would have preferred to see is slightly more human reactions from the characters. I'm not entirely sure. Everyone's sort of speaking like an alien, if I'm honest. Alright, it didn't work. I killed her.
I saw. It was worth a shot. Thank you, Director. Jesse. I'm gonna tell her why I'm here. I'll risk it. Listen. The Bureau was involved in an incident in my hometown, Ordinary, 17 years ago. The Bureau came in and covered the whole thing up. I've been looking for this place for a long time. That's enough. Maybe that's too much already. I can't tell her about Dylan and the rest yet.
Are you worried about politics?
I've seen mentions of an altered world event case dealing with Ordinary.
Oh, the town is called Ordinary.
As a child? It was one of the big ones, and before my time. And very classified. I can try to dig out some old files for you. My boss, Casper Darling, would know, but he's missing. I think he knew this was coming, or suspected. He came up with the HRAs, the Hadron Resonance Amplifiers. I think they're what saved us. Or a few of us. And
Hadron Resonance.
Trench. The ghost, or whatever he is. He mentioned something called the hotline. Said I should find it. It's another object of power, like the gun, an old Bakelite telephone. A direct line of communication between the director and the board. Maybe he can talk to you more clearly through that. I mean, Trench has years and years of experience.
Oh, we just brush past the fact that it's a ghost. Okay.
Where is the hotline?
I guess if these people deal with this kind of supernatural nonsense at all times, they shouldn't be surprised by normal things like floating people or living dead directors.
That's Tomasi's department. He's the head of communications. I don't think he had an HRA. He kind of made a point about not wearing one earlier. Keep an eye out.
Okay, I think he's going to be a boss I'm going to have to fight.
They call me the director.
Well, now they do.
I'm not a director type. I'm not a leader.
You're an agent. Department of Finances and politics aren't really your thing.
Yes, I came for my brother, but there are other reasons too. I said I was looking for answers, but I might never understand them. I'm not looking for proof. This is already it. More than enough. No matter what they told me all those years, I know it's real now.
Yeah.
I didn't imagine this. I want to be a part of this world. What scares me shitless is that I finally found it. Only to see the hiss destroy it all.
I need to figure out the relationship between the hiss and the rest of the objects. That's the telephone. The hotline. That's where we need to reach. It looks like it's suspended in a large cavern. They don't want people getting to it unless they absolutely intend to.
I know this is all new to you, so don't hesitate to ask me anything you want to know. There are no stupid questions.
Believe me, there are stupid questions.
Just outside the boardroom back in the lobby. They should have gotten it open by now.
Enter the communications department to find the hotline.
You can get to the hotline containment chamber through there.
Okay.
Good luck, Jesse. See you back here once you have the hotline. Thanks, Emily.
Alright. Look, I mean, I'm not entirely sure whether I trust her, whether everyone is just sort of acting weird because they work in insane conditions generally, so their responses to normal reality is just odd. I still don't have a clearance level. Okay, so let's chat with her anyway. See if we can drag some information.
The hotline should be in the communications department.
All right. Might as well go down the list.
Where did the hiss come from? I'm not sure. You said the hiss was here when you entered. Did you see anything like that outside before you came in? No. No, just inside.
Lying.
The source is internal then. See, the
I think she's lying. That didn't seem truthful.
With openings to other places as well. I don't even know where to start looking. But in the context, it's good news. The lockdown holds. The hiss escaping the building would be the end. Pretty shitty world out there if you ask me, but I wouldn't want the hiss to destroy it. With you on that, Emily.
Okay. For some reason, the way she said no, it seemed like she was thinking whether or not to tell the truth there. Maybe she is, but... Okay. If it leaves the building, I don't know what's keeping it in there, just like some regular fucking doors, and a lift shaft, but it's just sort of like, maybe there's some kind of, like, containment field around the building, I'm not sure. But if it gets out, bad news for planet Earth. Now, she doesn't like planet Earth very much, but she'd rather it be there than not, because I assume all her stuff's there. By the way, do you live outside? I do wonder about these kinds of, like, can you interact with the normals? Who knows? Alright, the oldest house, that's the director's office, or it became the director's office.
You mentioned the oldest house. What is it? This building, the Bureau headquarters, the oldest house, is a shifting place. You've seen it. It transcends its physical limits.
Uh-huh.
I've been to New York a few times. How didn't I notice this place?
Okay, so normal people don't notice it?
It's an attribute of the building. This is a place of power. The oldest house doesn't like attention, so unless you're purposely trying to find it, you don't. Which is perfect for us.
So it's hidden in the middle of New York City.
It is essential, but unstable. The Bureau prefers not to be noticed. And we need strong walls to make sure nothing gets out.
So without you, I never would have found the front door.
Okay.
Alright. I would say, if it doesn't want to be noticed, why park itself in the middle of one of the most densely populated places on planet Earth? But okay. So, yeah, we know the physical dimensions inside shift. It's also got a, sort of a perception filter around it, so people don't notice it. Now, is that innate, or is that something that's been put there? In any case, next on the list is Director Trench. Let's ask about him.
This Trench guy. I keep hearing him in my head. Is he a ghost? Haunting me? I doubt we're talking about a ghost in the traditional sense, but an echo maybe. See, if he was killed by the service weapon, your gun, maybe it's his final thoughts recorded by the bullet in his brain, like a deep space probe sending back data. But that's just a hypothesis on my part. I need the gun to research it. But you better hold on to that given the circumstances. I think I will. Yeah.
Alright. It might have recorded his brain as it passed through. It wouldn't have been in the best shape, but, I guess there's parts of it left. Although these are magic bullets, let's stop trying to apply direct logic to everything. Objects of power, let's ask about them.
Can you tell me what an object of power is exactly? This is all, well, new to me.
Said the person who is now director of all of it.
So objects of power are mundane objects that house paranatural energies and have developed a link to the astral plane and can thus be controlled, which is what differentiates them from altered items, which are still housings of paranatural forces, but are more volatile and cannot be bound in the peri-utilitarian sense. Got it?
Did she memorize this?
Can I get a chart?
Got it. Thanks.
Alright, so the difference is one is more volatile than the other. The difference between an object of power and a altered object is one of them is probably evil, the other is probably usable. Alright, Hedron resonance amplifiers.
So HRA stop you from becoming Hiss?
It that
seems that way. I mean, I hadn't
becoming Hiss? Are we going on with that?
A few weeks ago when Dr. Darling started handing them out. Well, I began analyzing mine as soon as I got it. I mean, each one, it seems to emit a powerful short-range frequency way beyond anything I've ever seen.
Doesn't the timing seem suspicious?
I thought that too. Dr. Darling usually likes to unveil his latest breakthrough in big presentations. With these, he just passed them out. Yeah, his behavior makes me wonder what exactly he knew.
So either he knew it was going to happen ahead of time because he detected something, or he knew it was going to happen ahead of time because he was planning something. Who knows? Either way, I think we definitely need to speak to old Dr. Darling here. If he's still, you know, of sane mind. Can I speak to these guys? By the way? It's alright. You don't need to be that ready. Okay, fast travel and outfits. Sure. Alright, these guys aren't important, so let's enter the communications department and find the hotline, I suppose. Director's office, executive affairs. So where's the communications department going to be from here? Central executive boardroom. I don't think I've been to the boardroom. Well, actually, I know clearance level 3. All right, I don't even have clearance level 1. Where am I headed? I'm definitely not headed the right way. Songmaster Jukebox storage area. Oh, you know what? I'm curious. It's right here. This is a containment facility. So, yeah, very, SCP, obviously. They're researching a jukebox. A jukebox? A jukebox. Sorry, it's the way Americans pronounce it. Obviously, that's not really a thing over here. No, I'm not allowed in there. It's locked. I can't interact with these computers either way. Well, they're researching something, but I don't know what actually the jukebox does. But it's blocked away. Hold on, let's have a look. Songmaster Jukebox storage area, no admittance except for expedition purposes. Okay. There's not even any data on this? Like, not a piece of paper around here I can read? Nothing? I can't see anything? Maybe this will come back later. Alright. Sector elevator. That might be where I'm going. Let's have a look at these. Oh, hold on. That might be the way forward. Cafeteria, nostalgia department. Nostalgia department. Communications department, dead letters. Alright, fine. Let's have a gun ready.
There it is again. Our welcome message.
That sounds nefarious. Nope, still don't have clearance level 1. Tomasi. Alright, this is gonna be a problem. Dead hazmat guy? Alright. Bad guys. Here we go. Shit. Can I crouch, by the way? No. Alright. So these are kind of... These look like sort of arenas for you to fight in. Whoever this Tomasi guy is, he's losing his shit, and he's probably going to be a interesting fight. Here we go. Keep moving, keep moving. This combat is very fluid in this game, actually. Even for a controller, it feels really good. Hiss barrier. Alright. No, I'm enjoying this. It's a bit impenetrable in terms of the actual storyline. But I'm sure it'll come to make sense in time. Communications department. Is there any reason I shouldn't go immediately towards the communications department now, or should I... Oh, look, the men's bathroom. Women don't know this, but we always keep undefined reading in the men's bathroom. And into the ladies. See? They just keep, you know, regular documents in there. Unstable area notice. Due to recent fluctuations in the nearest control point, this area's stability has been downgraded to yellow. Reference chart: green is stable, yellow is low possibility of unanticipated building shifts, orange is high likelihood of unanticipated building shifts, red frequent unanticipated building shifts. I'm assuming that's not great. Now, what is this number up here? Is that my ammunition? No. I have no idea what that number is, but it's getting into the thousands now. That might be a currency? That noise is coming from somewhere around here. And I haven't actually checked down there at the end of that red area. Oh, there's a shelter here. And more documents. I'm gonna take my time and search around a bit. Havana summary. AWE 48. Event summary. An auditory event occurred at the United States Embassy in Havana, injuring the majority of diplomatic staff stationed there. Did they have an embassy in Cuba? I gotta double check on that. I thought they had no diplomatic relations with Cuba still. It took place in 2017. Deaths were reported, and the outgoing information has been managed. Bureau agents arrived at the embassy on the same day as the event was reported through federal channels, but too late to witness the AWE, which is reported to have been redacted. Staff experienced sudden intense vibrations and noise, accompanied by an intense pressure in the ears. This lasted for redacted minutes. No visual phenomena was witnessed. The scene was cordoned off, and the embassy staff were transported to the continental US. After Formula 19 was recited in the vicinity, a single cowboy boot began to vibrate, identifying it as the altered item. The item was contained and brought to the Bureau for examination. See file AI-85 for details. There is a record I haven't looked at. Yes, the hiss barrier and the portrait of director Zachariah Trench. The hiss resonance field is a physical impediment that is difficult to define. Hiss barriers appear as ways to impede, escape, or access by Bureau personnel. Two methods have been discovered for lowering them: destroy multiple concentrated resonance sources found in the vicinity, or destroy hiss entities in the area. The resonance field seems to require support for their size and density from other non-connected sources of hiss resonance. Without the ability to draw from these sources, the barrier will fall. Does an inactive structure made of hiss resonance qualify as a conscious being? Does the distinction make any difference when considering the hiss? What does the very act of building walls to prevent our movement. Tell us about the hiss. To what degree is it watching and planning? Refer to file redacted for full report. Now, I was thinking for a second. I thought we just invented the term hiss, like, a few minutes ago. But apparently they're already making reports about it. However, this was compiled already by Emily Pope, by order of me, the director Jesse Faden. And that happened very quickly. Methinks time isn't very normal. Okay, so there's Director Trench. There's a photograph of the director. There's a portrait, an oil portrait of the director. Okay. Interesting. Just in case there are naughties in here. What the? Coral? Now, for some reason, I don't trust this. Until I know better. Actually, is it not worth seeing if it hurts me? Yes, it does. There we go. Experiment completed. I wonder if I left any more health elements around here. Yes, I did. Let's go grab those. Alright, no harm done. Alright, I'm gonna head to the red thing. I don't think this is a good idea, but I'm going to have a poke around up there before I do anything else.
Yes, it's overpowering here.
Alright, that's the hiss barrier. I've got to...
Anywhere near it. With you on that.
Okay. Don't go there. If I go near the red stuff is a representation of the hiss. The hiss is to be avoided. But this also doesn't seem good. Dead letters. Right. Okay, I've got another point to, cleanse. This game does look very good. Like, the lighting is really solid. What the hell? That's not good. Fuck. Run. They're not taking much damage at all. Come on, reload. Okay. Let's get some health back. That guy was hard to kill. I don't know what I'm picking up from these safes, by the way, but I'm going to keep doing that. Personal mod health boost. Hold on. Oh, have I been picking stuff up and I didn't know what they were? Energy. I don't know what energy is. Health increase or health recovery per element pickup. Okay, so I can deconstruct some of these for that currency. So I don't need that one because I've got a more powerful one. I can either give myself increased health recovery per element pickup. I feel like you could really boost for certain, like... I'm just going to increase my total health for now. And we'll see. But, like, I've been picking up stuff I hadn't even noticed. Okay. I don't know what an energy boost does. Or what energy is. I don't think I'm... Hello. But I know what health is, so I'm going to start with that. There's someone near me. I don't know whether that was a guy over there. I heard a noise behind me, but that might have been a bullet whizzing past my head. Okay. Am I going to get a torch at some point? Let's actually have a look. Maybe there might actually be a torch. shield. I hope I learn how to use all of these. Toggle crouch ground slam. There is a crouch. Okay. Correspondent singing fish. Mr. Governor, I called the police, but they never come to my house. I got a problem and you got to send folk to fix it. I got my wife, one of them singing fish on the walls. It's not a real fish. It sings when you hit a button, but it's got the devil in it. It flies around at night and sings devil songs. It says a lot of cuss words. The devil got in my house because of the fish, and you got to come and handle it. My wife's real upset. Can you come? Sincerely, Dwayne Barr, who can't write, apparently. Okay. So, in terms of mechanics, Trench dead letter of approval. I'm going to keep reading these. Greetings, Director Trench. I'd like to thank you for approving my request for the Dead Letters Archives. Cataloging the Bureau's collection of delinquent mail will provide an extremely handy database that research teams can use to search for any connections on or related topics found among the letters. Aside from the more functional purposes, the archive will allow us to preserve these windows into authentic human encounters with the paranatural world. These letters come to us from various places and times, gathered by the Postal Service as undeliverable. The Bureau is the perfect home for them. I realize not all letters contain accounts of genuine paranatural events, but even the erroneous ones allow us insight into how the unknown is perceived by real people. By real people. Of course, I will compile a system to allow us to analyze the letters for any information or suspected connections to AWEs and other altered materials. So thank you again. I can't wait to delve into my dead letters. P. Bartwell. Okay. Collecting just random people's mail. Don't love that. But if it's for research purposes, I suppose it's okay. Alright, keep moving. So, undefined reading. Keep picking up health stims. Oh, just health drops. I need more powerful... The one thing I want to actually look at... Okay, loadout, assets, missions, collectibles. So... Hang on. Okay. So, I am picking up a Shatter Projectile Choke, which increases projectile shed, but it's exclusive to Shatter. So can I mod the grip? I'm not sure. I can't apply this anyway. So, because, well, that would increase, as it says, projectile spread, and this is a pistol, it's not a shotgun-style weapon. So it seems like there's a lot of ways to alter the way combat takes place. There's a lot of variability in that. So we'll see what works for me. But I'm already feeling like I need more powerful weaponry. Alright. I have to cleanse this place. Hold on, these guys. I've got the low ground I need. Come on. Poke your head out. Reload. Ha. I don't see another powerful guy. So let's just cleanse the control port and hopefully clean up this area. And that pulls all the architecture back into normal looking, well, relatively normal looking for this sort of architecture space. Mission updated. Navigate through the communications department.
Communications. We're on the right track.
Righto. Alright, and you can fast travel between these points. Okay. Clearance level 2. Still nothing. So there's the communications department. But let's have a look in here first, because I'm nosy. Introduction to paranatural topics.
8 inches wide and capable of storing a whopping 80 kilobytes.
Unbelievable.
Told by our friends at the CIA, the disk held the launch codes to Soviet nukes.
Nice.
This is not the disk, of course, but one exactly like it. A perfect fusion of concepts vibrating in the Cold War era collective unconscious. A receptacle. It is a receptacle for dangerous energies to hone in on. And they did. We don't have the details, but when things started flying around the disk, it was transferred to us. It's an object of power. OOP. Oops. Oh, and it can launch things telekinetically through the air. To date, we've launched maybe 3 dozen pencils. And once, we even launched a cup.
Okay. Was it an actual floppy drive the Soviets were using to store their nuclear codes? And question, what year is this taking place in? Because I've seen something that comes from 2017. So a whopping 80 kilobytes might have been something if it was the 1970s for those large I've forgotten what the inches are. There's the large floppy disk, not the newer floppy disks that even I remember actually using. The ones that weren't actually floppy and used to be asked why they called floppy disks, but they weren't floppy because they were made of plastic. The original ones were cardboard. Although the disk inside is still floppy. I have broken one open out of curiosity. It's a little magnetic disk, if you haven't done that before. But it can telekinetically launch stuff. But you say we launched it, so you can use it today. You're sure you're not just, like, laying pencils down on the disk and then flicking it up? I don't know. These people seem very strange. Dr. Darling seems very odd. Where am I? Alright. Moving through a map I can't quite fully read because trying to gauge three-dimensional space from a two-dimensional object is difficult. Okay. Well, let's look at another bathroom first. Because I always like to nose around in the bathroom. Well, I can either go up the stairs or down the hall. I don't see any obvious sign that says the communications department up this way, so I'm going to look down this way. Pneumatics. Oh, shit. That guy get killed? The Alright, that'll be a wall of his. Yep, maybe not. What happened to this guy, though? He got hit by pneumatic tubes.
An object of power. Looks like the hiss have latched onto it. We need to cleanse it.
Oh, shit. I think that's the floppy disk, and it's angry. Alright, shoots 3 at a time. I can crouch. I need to reach it somehow. Alright, I need to sprint. 1, 2, 3. There we are. Well, let's have a look in here. It won't shoot anything at me while it can't see me, because that'd be a waste of pneumatic tubes. Yeah, well, so whatever this hiss is, it's powering stuff up. That can only shoot pencils. It's now shooting, like, pneumatic cartridges. Yeah, it's just nothing. Okay, so that's the amount I have. So a lot of weird shit is going on in here. That's understandable. Alright. I'm gonna cross over. Now, just go. It can't lead very well, luckily. I don't think it'll be able to hit me on this level. Alright, let's cross again. Haha, sucks to suck. Alright, I'm getting very close to it, so it's going to be hard to dodge now. Alright, I've got to get to that. Charge! Got it. it's the actual floppy disk as well. I thought it was like controlling a pneumatic tube. And if you touch it, the floppy disk nuke can be bound to gain launch telekinesis. Superpowers. Okay, I'm up for this. Give me the superpowers.
When I'm here, it's like the channel's been changed. The board's in charge here. They're pyramids in the Bureau seal. Are they really the ones pulling the strings?
Oh, and every time I get a new power, it takes me to the astral plane.
Director.
Hey, just go with it, man. Alright, hold RB to use the force. Release to launch. Sweet! I like this. Alright, is that energy, by the way? That white bar at the top. Launch the alien cube thingamajib into the hole to advance the score. Thingamajig. I like this board, actually. They're really funny. They might be a little sarkier than I think. And you can climb up them, so you can stack them. So it is a bit im-simmy. It's more than a bit im-simmy. It's getting there. Like, half im-simmy. Fight. Force push. Boom. No, don't use the gun. I've got force push. Use force push. Oh, that feels amazing. You can go. You. It locks on very easily. See, this is where I think the Jedi should be doing more of it in Star Wars. It's just like launching bits of metal at people's faces really fast. Come on, give me something I can... Bye-bye. The hiss noise is burrowing into our astral plane secret base. You must stop, mute them, Director. I wonder... Those words that, like, have double meanings, it seems to them, if I need to consider the sort of double meanings. Stop and mute seem to mean the same thing, but they're not synonyms in English. So what do they think I need to do? I need to mute the hiss. I need to stop the sound. Bound delivered. The hiss antagonist is seeking our plane. So, the board...
Cut off. I got it. Just like you wanted, right? This will help me fight the hiss.
What the heck's going on now? Oh, okay. You first. Fucking hell! Alright, that's not messing about. I've got a limited amount of energy. I assume that's what that is. Computer. Where are you? Eat shit. Oh, Christ, what was that? What the hell? She wouldn't... Ah, I tried to punch him. X was punch, wasn't it? That's... okay. Use my gun. Just use the gun. I don't know why it wasn't punching. Movement is critical. Yeah, okay. Well, I'm learning that, aren't I? Wait, what? Hang on, do I have to do all that again? Oh, shit. Stuck in the corner. No, I've got it back. It's alright. It just teleports you to the latest... It teleports you to one of those things. Undefined reading, okay. To the mail room. proceed through the communications department. Oh. Maybe it was worth looking up here before. Interested to find out what these do. Okay, so when you die, you get teleported back to the last sort of central node that you've cleared. So don't worry about that. Just try not to die so much. And pneumatics. His demolition expert. Alright, that's what clears that guy out, apparently. Energy boost. Alright, that way. Let's open this shelter. I can pick up almost anything. Alright. No, that's not what I'm trying to do. Okay, that one. So I've got 2 plus... I've got a +5 and a +6 energy boost. I suppose I can just get rid of the lower quality ones? I don't see why I shouldn't. I don't know what that currency is, but it's alright. Although, maybe I should start thinking about having a higher energy boost. Actually, you know what? For the hell of it, let's just try it, because the health isn't too much of a problem. I generally, like, dying is... The amount of health isn't a problem. If I'm going to die, I probably am going to die if I've got plus 0% health as if I've got plus 18% health. I'd like to try the extra energy. Book Club Samson. Let's read it. Oh, I've got a lot of stuff to read. Okay, so that was the Objects of Power. I'm not going to rewatch that. This is Book Club Samson by Notes for Penny. So I don't usually read a lot of sci-fi, but as far as space operas go, this was alright. The title, Unless You, could refer to a bunch of things in the book, I guess. But I thought it was a little vague and stupid. The characters kept throwing it almost like a catchphrase. It got annoying real fast. The best part of the story was obviously the space battle. The best part of the story was the space battles. I sided with the Fixers, obviously, because they had the coolest tech and their motives made the most sense to me. However, if I had to choose between some hoity-toity flowers in guns, space hippies, or badass warriors who go around devouring planets like a cheap sushi on Sunday, I know who I'm picking. That scene where they invade a city planet and convert the entire population using those brainworms, and that space dogfight between the two ace pilots, sign me the fuck up. What kind of ruined the whole thing was my favorite character got killed not even halfway through the story by getting a battery cylinder launched into his face by a gravitational anomaly. His death didn't feel necessary at all. 2 out of 5. Okay. Yeah, whatever, man. Oh, floppy disk. Okay, I should read this. So, Objects of Power, I've got the service weapon I've already read. Let's read what the floppy disk is about. Procured on March 11th, 1974. Must be contained in a cell with no other loose material. The object is an 8-inch diskette containing Soviet-era nuclear launch codes. When bound, the object allows para-utilitarians to telekinetically lift material and throw it a short distance. See Dr. Darling presentation 11.15 for more information. The object is currently bound to Redacted for research purposes. Stolen from a Soviet military base located in Redacted by agents Redacted and Redacted with the CIA. The diskette contained launch codes to Redacted missiles believed to be reserved for use against Redacted. After being returned to America, the diskette began throwing computational hardware at members of the decoding team. An informant in the CIA tipped the Bureau off, and it was requisitioned by agents the next day. So it does actually contain nuclear launch codes. I wonder if it contains warhead activation codes. But nicked from the Soviets in 74. Now, again, I think I mentioned this earlier, but we know things like that footage of Dr. Darling clearly takes place in the past. So the question is he still around now? And if he's still around, is he normal? Or is he, like, just old? Or is he super normal? Paranormal? His demolition expert. I just killed one of these guys. Field reduction on Hiss entity, Hiss corrupted demolition expert. Confidential. The Bureau only allows certain highly trained individuals to handle volatile materials and weaponry. Our demolition experts are instructed in the use of explosives in dimensions with distinct physical laws, making them important assets for engineering work as well as combat situations. Hiss demolition experts are the only observed Hiss variations to wield a specially built rocket-propelled grenade that is designed to identify and track redacted entities once fired, making them a threat whose termination should be prioritized in combat scenarios. I find it remarkable that the Hiss restrict usage of this weapon to the Bureau personnel who trained... The Hiss restrict usage of this weapon to the Bureau personnel who trained specifically for its use. What does this tell us about its behavior? Can it not pass along new information to corrupted entities? Still too many unknowns. Refer to file redacted for full report. Okay, interesting. So they've got rocket launchers. Kill them quickly, or find a lot of a wall to stand behind, and then let them shoot at it, and then kill me. So these are all being compiled by Emily Pope, by the way. So we've also got a Hiss Ranger. The Bureau's well-trained, well-armed expeditionary forces. Hiss corrupted counterparts are equally formidable. Prior to corruption, Rangers were trained to use a variety of weapons in order to face any threat found during AWE response threshold explorations, including submachine guns, assault rifles, automatic shotguns. Hiss Rangers utilize these weapons as well as advanced tactics taught by Bureau instructors. Some are additionally outfitted with Bureau-made body armor, hence the big, the white health bar above it, which I assume is probably more susceptible to other forms of damage, such as energy, such as, for instance, telekinesis. Hiss Rangers have no observed paranatural abilities beyond some being protected by a shielding of dense Hiss resonance. Okay, capable of stopping bullets, which is... Okay, yeah. Use telekinesis against these guys. Considering the advanced training of the Hiss Rangers are capable of applying to their situation, it is feasible to consider the human mind still remains intact to some degree. Or is the Hiss able to tap into some combat training and utilize it? Further observation is required. Refer to redacted file for full report. There's going to be it's one of those games that I play a lot of that's going to have a lot of reading in. Okay. Alright. I suppose we're heading to the mail room then. Can I just blast these out of the way, by the way? No. I would like just a regular force push.
Emily said that the hotline can be reached through the mailroom.